Yo, what's poppin', everybody? WWE Money in the Bank preview and predictions coming up right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast.
Welcome to...
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always going to keep it real.
Come on, King.
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Takeover podcast, your new home for bold takes, real talk, and a creative perspective. I'm letting y'all know right now, if you're tired of the same old recycled wrestling talk, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, because most importantly, y'all got to understand something. I keep it real and I keep it raw with my views and opinions. I'm very unfiltered and also authentic with all my takes on all things WWE, and today it's gonna be the same, man. It's gonna be the same. We are gonna be talking about the preview and predictions for Money in the Bank this upcoming Saturday, man. How are y'all doing? First and foremost, man, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys who are out there on YouTube in the YouTube stratosphere and are listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, comment down below what your guys' thoughts on all things WWE on this episode. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Word of mouth goes a long way. And follow me on X at JT Takeover. And follow me on IG at The Wrestling Takeover. Appreciate it, everybody. Also, who are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a short review. 5 stars. I would really appreciate that. Let's get into it though, man. Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. How are you guys feeling about the lead-in into Money in the Bank? Now, for me personally, I am very excited about one specific match. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm excited. Like, I'm genuinely excited. I'm interested, and we are actually going to kick things off with the match that I'm looking forward to most at Money in the Bank. And that's, of course, the women's Money in the Bank. Right now, officially, no doubt about it, this is the greatest lineup in Money in the Bank history when it comes to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is the greatest lineup in my personal opinion. I mean, we got superstars left and right, man. We got superstars left and right. We got Naomi, we got Julia, we got Roxanne Perez, we got Alexa Bliss, we got Rhea Ripley, and we got Stephanie Valkyria. This one is going to be real tough. I'm going to do my due diligence, bring my creativity aspect into this specific portion of the podcast and talking about the women's Money in the Bank. This can go either way. I'm going to say that right now, and I'm going to make a case for all of these women. But I honestly believe, I genuinely believe it's going to come down to only 3 women. But I'm going to make a case for everybody in this match that has a legit shot and a real reason to win the women's Money in the Bank. Now, like I said, this is the most anticipated match on the Money in the Bank card, in my opinion. I know I'm not alone on that. We're going to kick things off with the 2 newbies. We're going to start off, the 3 newbies, because we just recently seen Julia and Stephanie Valkyria get up on the main roster. Let's kick things off with Stephanie Valkyria. She is getting the Rhea Ripley treatment. What I mean by that is everybody's glazing her. Everybody love themselves some Stephanie Valkyria. If you know, you know. She's a newbie. It would be giving somebody new an opportunity to really invest in that particular individual. I think Stephanie Valkyria is one of the top 3 favorites to walk out of Money in the Bank with that briefcase. I genuinely believe that. I think it is Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Valkyria, and the heavy favorite, Naomi. I think one of those 3 women are going to win the women's Money in the Bank. I want to read something from Flair Fantasy on X. They put this out, ranking who I think will likely to become Miss Money in the Bank. I am being unbiased. Number 1 is Rhea Ripley. Number 2 is Stephanie Valkyria. Number 3 is Naomi. Number 4 is Roxanne Perez. Number 5 is Alexa Bliss. And number 6 is Julia. For me, like I said, the top 3 are Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Valkyria, and Naomi. Julia, I don't think is going to win this match. But like I said, I will use the same thing in the verbiage with Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Valkyria. They're new. It would really establish that WWE really wants to present Julia in a great light to where the fans can really take her seriously, to know that she's a big deal and she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the WWE, right? They're taking a chance on somebody new. They're taking a chance on a Julia. They're taking a chance with Roxanne Perez. They're taking a chance with Stephanie Valkyria. Now, out of these 3 new women, the one that I feel is probably in consideration out of the 3, I would probably say Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Valkyria more than Julia. But I'm not taking that away from Julia. I love Julia. Y'all know this. If you guys listen to the Wrestling Takeover podcast, you guys know that I am a big fan of Julia. If anybody out there who are brand new listeners, I've been following Julia since her Stardom days. I'm a big fan of Julia and what she brings to the table. And I do believe that she's going to be a massive deal and a force to be reckoned with on the main roster. But Stephanie Valkyria and Roxanne Perez, I feel like, are 2 people that the audience, I would say, they do want them to win. They really do. And they feel like these 2 specifically are like the future. You know what I mean? And when you look at this lineup, right, you got Stephanie Valkyria. This is a woman that her rise has just sparked like immediately out of the gate. You feel me? She went to AEW. She didn't really like it. She always wanted to go to the WWE. Go figure. Mariah May now signed with the WWE. Come to find out, she's always wanted to be a part of the WWE. Mariah May signed to the company last night when she appeared on NXT. So she's going to do great things in WWE. Stephanie Valkyria, man, she a rock star, man. She really is a rock star. She carries herself as a rock star. She looks great in-ring ability. Her promo, I'll say it like this. She's learning more to get more comfortable with her English language, same with Julia. And she doesn't really need a lot of mic time, but when she does get the mic time, you really feel her presence. You feel that aura. A lot of people want to point and coin, oh, this person has aura, this person has aura. Stephanie Valkyria, I'll tell you right now, definitely has some aura for sure. And I think out of Julia, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Valkyria, I'll say it right now, I think the heavy favorite out of those 3 is a Stephanie Valkyria. So she's definitely in the top 3 that I feel has a legitimate shot to win the women's Money in the Bank. I'll tell you right now, WWE needs to get this winner correct. They need to get this winner correct, and they need to get the men's person correct as well. Let's not play no games here. Even though there's rumors that Triple H does not like the Money in the Bank concept, I have been saying for years it needs to go back to its original home, that being WrestleMania. And I'm standing on that. They need to go back to WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen because WWE recently announced a couple weeks ago that we are going to get Money in the Bank next year in New Orleans. So it looks like the tradition is going to continue. The next heavy favorite is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Bloody Ripley. I'm going to just keep repeating myself. Rhea Ripley is a superstar. She's beloved by all, hated by little, but she's beloved by a vast majority of people. Rhea Ripley, I'm looking at the lineup here. Rhea Ripley would be what I call a safe bet to win the women's Money in the Bank. And quite frankly, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I always keep it real and honest on my show. If Rhea Ripley wins the women's Money in the Bank, the reaction is going to be mixed, number one. But number two, and this is what I really want to say, majority of the reaction is going to be negative towards Rhea Ripley if she wins the women's Money in the Bank. I'm going to say that right now. It's more going to be negative than positive. You'll get the positive, but it's going to be more negative if Rhea Ripley actually comes out and wins the women's Money in the Bank. But she is one of the favorites to win the women's Money in the Bank along with Stephanie Valkyria as a sleeper. But the heavy favorite is Naomi. My prediction, I'm going with Naomi to win the women's Money in the Bank. That's my prediction. But I'm not going to lie to you. If Stephanie Valkyria wins, I'm not going to be mad whatsoever. I'm not even going to be mad if Rhea Ripley wins. But if Rhea Ripley wins, it's kind of like, it's like, okay, you know, we get it. That's kind of how I would react. Alexa Bliss, fan favorite. But I don't think Alexa Bliss is going to win because of the situation regarding Charlotte Flair. So I don't think Alexa Bliss is going to win the women's Money in the Bank because of Charlotte Flair. I can see something with the Wyatt Six as well. Or Alexa Bliss can be helped by the Wyatt Six potentially to win the women's Money in the Bank. It's a lot going on here. The one that I do not see winning is Julia, because I think Julia is going to be the one to take the title off of Zelina Vega, the women's United States title off of Zelina Vega. So I do not think Julia is going to win this. I think she's going to have a star-studded performance. All these women are going to have a star-studded performance. It's going to be a killer match. I can't wait. This is the best match on the card, in my personal opinion. I'm going with Naomi. It's time. You need to give her this win. She's doing the best work of her entire WWE career, in my personal opinion. You feel me? In my personal opinion. Trinity, it's time, girl. Get the dub. Let's get it. You need to be the one when it's the right time to beat Tiffany Stratton. It needs to be Naomi. Now, they can go with Bianca Belair. They can do all sorts of things. Bianca Belair can cost Naomi the women's Money in the Bank. And you see, this is why I'm here. I bring up every single variable, every single avenue. I got to be creative. If I'm not creative, I'm not doing my job. So I got to bring every variable to the table. Julia, she's not winning because she's going to be the one to beat Zelina Vega for the women's United States title. So she's not winning. Alexa Bliss, she could potentially win due to the Wyatt Six assisting her. But I could see Charlotte Flair getting involved in some sort of fashion and screwing over Alexa Bliss. So that's a possibility. Rhea Ripley, we've been there, we've done that. She's never won the women's Money in the Bank, though. That's the one thing people don't understand. She's never been a part of this match. And she's the biggest star in this match. Straight up. So her winning would be more of a comfort level. You feel me? If she wins this match. Naomi, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, and Stephanie Valkyria are the 4 favorites. But if I had to really boil it down, it's going to be Naomi, Rhea Ripley, or Stephanie Valkyria. Naomi is who I'm going with, but if they go with Stephanie Valkyria, I'm not going to complain whatsoever. The ship is rocked. There's rumors that WWE wants to do the rumor is, that the WWE wants to do Stephanie Valkyria versus Io for the women's title imminently. Now, the only way for that to happen is, or one of the ways is for Stephanie Valkyria to win the women's Money in the Bank, or she might qualify to eventually face Io. I think we're going to get that match regardless. And if we get that, Stephanie Valkyria is the one to beat Io. I'm going to be a little upset because I'm a big fan of Io and I want her to get a real reign with the belt. But fuck, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stat. Stephanie Valkyria being the one to beat Io, I ain't mad about that at all, bro. I ain't mad about that at all. And I want to let everybody know right now, Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Valkyria, people on social media are immediately going out and saying that this needs to be the women's world title match at WrestleMania. I ain't gonna hold you. That needs to be the plan. That's just me. For the Raw women's side at WrestleMania, I know it's too soon, all this stuff. It could happen earlier, we know that. But if I had to pin, I'm penciling in the women's world title match at WrestleMania 42 is Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Valkyria. That's what I'm doing. But Stephanie Valkyria being one of the favorites to win the women's Money in the Bank, it's a big deal. But don't sleep on the prodigy. Don't sleep on the prodigy. There's big plans for Roxanne Perez as well. Don't sleep on her. But Naomi, I'm looking at this field. Naomi is the heavy favorite. Coming in second is Rhea Ripley. Coming in third, slightly under second, is Stephanie Valkyria. So let me know what you guys feeling about that. Are you guys picking Naomi to win the Women's Money in the Bank? Talk to me. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's move on. Let's talk about the tag team match. The one that I am not looking forward to whatsoever. I just genuinely don't care about this match. Logan Paul and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Yeet. I'm going to tell you guys right now, we are getting John Cena versus Cody Rhodes sooner rather than later. If it's SummerSlam, not at Champions, we're going to get Cody Rhodes and John Cena again. In my opinion, I don't really care, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. This tag team match overall, I genuinely don't care. My investment is not there for this match. Jey Uso is going to be defending the World Heavyweight title on Monday Night Raw this upcoming Monday. But we got a cash in potentially that might take place. So what if the cash in, we got John Cena and we got Jey Uso? I'm going to tell you guys right now, I do believe we are going to see a potential cash in at Money in the Bank. I don't know if it's going to be for the men or the women. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is we are going to see a potential cash in at Money in the Bank. If we don't, then we don't. We move on. It's all good. But if we do, I won't be surprised. And to be honest, this tag team match makes a little bit more sense for it to potentially have a cash in. So we'll see what happens, especially if this is going to be the main event. If this is the main event, the tag team match, we're definitely getting a cash in by the winner. For sure, no doubt about it. Let's shake it up. Jey Uso, Gunther one-on-one. Nobody wants to see that for the world title because we all know Gunther is not going to win that. I just don't see it. So let's shake it up with this tag team match. My prediction, I'm going to go with John Cena and Logan Paul. You know what? I'm going to switch that. I'm going to go with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. And I'm actually going to go a little further. I think John Cena is going to eat the pinfall. He doesn't need it. So if he gets pinned, it's not a big deal. But Cody Rhodes pins John Cena. That's going to give him I would say, number one contender automatic shot. He pinned the champ, so he should earn a championship opportunity. WWE needs to start doing more of that. They need to start bringing a little bit more tradition that we see. And I think that would be great. But let's see what happens. The winners, I switched my pick. I'm going with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Let's get to Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. This is another match that I'm looking forward to. Out of the two Money in the Bank matches, obviously the two Money in the Bank matches are going to be stellar. But outside of the Money in the Bank ladder matches, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch have been so fucking good, man. So good. Lyra Valkyria is getting over and over each and every passing week. And it's great to see, man. I'm a big fan of Lyra Valkyria. I know a lot of people are kind of like, they mid on her. It's all good. It's their opinion. My opinion is I'm a fan of Lyra Valkyria. But my prediction, all right, this is the problem. Because I know Bayley's going to get involved. Here's the problem. One part of me wants to say Becky Lynch is going to get this one. Straight up. One part of me wants to say Becky Lynch is going to get this win and win the women's intercontinental title. Another part wants me to say that Lyra Valkyria is going to go 2-0 against Becky Lynch, and Bayley is going to be the one that cost Becky Lynch the match. Somebody put out a tweet that we might get a triple threat at Evolution between Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria for the women's intercontinental title. I don't personally see that happening. This one is really hard because I do think Bayley is going to get involved, but we don't know how. Is she going to help Lyra Valkyria? Is she going to wait until Becky Lynch wins the match and then try to attack Becky afterwards? And then we get them two at Evolution with Lyra Valkyria being thrusted in there because it makes sense. Lyra Valkyria can look at Bayley like, yo, you fucking cost me the match. Like, what are you doing? You feel me? So we can get something like that. I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is going to win, and then Bayley might potentially get involved. But I definitely could see Bayley costing Becky Lynch the match, and then them two, they go at it one-on-one at Evolution, and then Lyra Valkyria goes on to somebody else. But who that other person is, I don't know. So I think the triple threat match might be the best bet. Valkyria, Lynch, and Bayley. We'll see. Let's go to the men's Money in the Bank. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this audio/video conversation on the preview predictions for Money in the Bank. We're going to end it with the men's Money in the Bank. I'm looking at this lineup. There's only, Solo Sikoa is a sleeper, bro. Like, ooh, Solo a sleeper, dog. I don't know, bruh. Solo could win this. Like, straight up. He could win this. I don't see it, but he could win this for sure. I've heard this label on LA Knight make or break. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree. This is it, bro. Like, I'm going to keep it a stat. Like, this nigga LA Knight got to win this. It's a must win, bro. It's a must win. If LA Knight don't win this motherfucker ain't never going to be in the world title scene, and he ain't going to be world champ. He could be in the world title scene, but he ain't going to win the belt. This is it. This is make or break for LA Knight. And the only person that I could see winning is Seth Rollins. But I think CM Punk is going to cost Seth Rollins and or Roman Reigns. One of those two or both are going to cost Seth Rollins the Money in the Bank. LA Knight is who I'm picking to win the men's Money in the Bank. So they got to pull that trigger on LA Knight. They got to do it now. He's been in every single Money in the Bank over the past couple of years, and he's never won it. This year, you need to do it. Triple H, there's pressure on you, and you feel me? LA Knight got to get this win. So I'm going with LA Knight, and I'm going with Naomi to win the men's and women's Money in the Bank. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this conversation about Money in the Bank. I'm excited for it. The most exciting match that I'm looking forward to is, of course, the women's Money in the Bank, and then Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below, man. Y'all know what it is. YouTube, subscribe, youtube.com/JT Takeover. Follow me on social media, X at JT Takeover, and on Instagram at The Wrestling Takeover, man. Listen, more content coming up, man. If you guys missed my Monday Night Raw review, check it out. If you guys missed my WWE casual conversation, state of women's wrestling, we talked about women's wrestling once again, Mariah May, along with other news. Check that out. That was posted last night. So stay tuned for that. Or actually, I'm sorry, check it out. And then this one, check it out as well. So we were available on Monday, Tuesday, and now we're on for Wednesday. I'm going to take tomorrow off unless there's other breaking news. And then we're going to see each other on Saturday for WWE Money in the Bank. So tap in, support, and continue to spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast, because word of mouth goes a long way. I'll catch y'all next time. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me.